But now she's in a psych ward because they started acting up at work, and then the boss said, "What's wrong with you? I think you need psychological help." And they recommended she go, and she checked into a psych ward. She's not going to get delivered in the psych ward. So I said to the pastor, what do you want me to do? Because she's obviously exhausted. It's been over an hour of this torture. And I said, we can stop or I can keep going. And he goes, I don't want to have to go through this again. And I don't think she does either. Let's just keep going and get it over with. Now, both of us were kind of naive, thinking that we can determine when this is going to end. So I start praying and praying and praying again. And then all of a sudden I have this thought, the painting is right behind her, this enormous Guadalupe. And I say to her, I go, look to your mother and ask for her help. And she turns her head and she looks at the painting and she in Spanish, she screams out, please, mother, help me. Set me free from this thing. And then she went into massive convulsions where it was a little frightening. We didn't know what was happening to her. Like, is she dying? And then she's...
Like, what do you mean? What did it look like? Like a massive seizure?
Like a flash. Yeah, her whole body's flailing and screaming. And like, it's obvious it's not her because it's coming off the floor. It's like... And both of us are like a little freaked out, the other priest and I, and then all of a sudden it ends and she just lies there. And I'm like, at first I'm like thinking, is she breathing? And then I could see her chest moving. I'm like, okay, she's alive. And then she opened her eyes and she was back. And she's completely set free. And like, I look at the priest and I'm like, holy cow, like had we known, we could have like opened with that. Like, look to your mother and ask for her help. Like, but what do we know? I mean, I didn't know anything. But that's how it happened. It wasn't through the rite of exorcism. It was from her petitioning Our Lady.
What is her response?
Who's the girl?
When it's gone?
Oh, she was thrilled. She was so happy.
I mean, is it immediately like?
Yeah, she knows. She's free.
Do they know they're possessed?
Yes.
Is it emotional? Is it an emotional experience at the end?
Yes, because she was so grateful she was set free. I mean, she's crying, but she's happy. She's smiling. She's covered in sweat, head to toe. I mean, just the most grueling session you can imagine. It was when they're tormenting the victim physically and they're contorting their body and they're twisting body parts around. And it's painful. It's painful to watch, too.
Is it emotional for you when it's over?
When it's over, no, I'm kind of relieved. But when it's happening, there's a fine line where I can start getting so angry at the demon that it actually will work against the exorcism because now I'm channeling like unhealthy anger, which isn't good. So I have to really remain in check. Like, I can't get violently angry at this thing and start screaming at it because then I'm working in his camp. And that's a fine line to toe.
Where does the demon go?
Don't know. I mean, when we actually are casting things out, we send them to the feet of Jesus for him to do what he wants with. But, I mean, maybe the last place they want to go is back to hell because they will be horribly I want to say tortured, but tortured by the devil because they failed their mission.
Is hell an actual place, or is hell a realm that surrounds us?
Well, the world's looking more like hell, but I think hell is a place.